Okay, welcome back to another video. Big day here today. It is time to get into this interior. Over the last couple of days I've picked up a whole second-hand bunch of leather seats, so rear and front seats. They're in great nick, they're a little bit dirty, so we need to give them a little bit of a clean, but yeah, they're looking mint, so I'm stoked about those. We're going to strip apart the whole interior, so we're going to basically take all the seats out, because they're not in the worst condition, but they're not fantastic. But really we're going to focus on the headliner, removing that. So with that we'll be taking out all the trim off the pillars, and then obviously the headliner itself. You'll see that it's sagging in many places. It needs to be redone, so we'll be stripping that off. Also we'll be taking the sunroof out really easy once the headliner's gone, because it doesn't work. The motor works, but all the components inside, there must be something wrong out there, so we'll pull that out and check that out as well. But yeah, my friend Nick's coming over, so he'll be here soon, and yeah, we'll get stuck into this. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it should be very good. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, hey mate.
What did you do there?
Yeah, nice. Alright kids, this is why you don't eat in Dad's car. This is just heinous. And you don't really know until you remove the seats how bad it actually looks. Want to go to McDonald's? What do we got? Instant win, small hot but cafe beverage. Go on, let's get a coffee. Okay, the more we dig into this car, the more we want to take it apart. So, from a simple remove the seats and put new ones back in, we're going to remove everything. So, carpet's going to come out. You'll see carpet's actually pretty rubbish. It's filthy as well, but it's got holes in places. So, let's pull that out. In order to do that, we need to remove the center console, so that'll come out. We're going to remove all the door cards, because we're here, right? Might as well pull it all out, fix it all, put it back in, make it mint. So yeah, that's going to be us the rest of the day. It's getting a little chaotic, but we love it. Replacements. You can't get metal replacements. See, this is meant to be a big, you know what was on the inside of the other one?
Oh, right.
But it's meant to be this plastic instead. Oh, that's fucking cool.
Fuck, this is going to be so nice. I mean, no, I would.
Okay, so a little update. It's starting to move along pretty well now, but basically interior wise, we're looking pretty good. So obviously front seats are out, carpet's a mess, that's all right. Both door cards are out on the other side there too. And then if we jump into the interior here, rear seats are out. The rear parcel tray's out. The C pillar, B pillar, A pillars are out. And then obviously the roof as well. So next up, if we jump around to the driver's side here, you'll notice that like the carpet for the rest of the car isn't bad, but as soon as we get to the driver's side, which is understandable, you can see we got rips in here. I'm pretty sure under this tape is here for because it's ripped as well. Oh, maybe not. I wonder why they had that tape there. Okay. Anyway, there's holes there. There's a hole up in here. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna rip the carpet out too. So to do that, we're gonna need to remove the center console there. And yeah, that's kind of what we've got happening for the rest of the day. We've got it's coming out really well, but like I mentioned this when we ripped apart the exterior. Whoever's had this car in the past has gone through the interior as well, taken everything out by the looks, and they've broken a lot of clips. Everything's broken, and rather than replacing them properly, they've just like glued stuff in place. And yeah, it's annoying because it just means that we're going to have to replace a lot of parts in this, so we're going to have to spend up some money. But it'll be super nice when it's dialed in, but it's far from that at the moment. Okay, so we're just going to continue working away, pulling apart this interior, where the goal is basically take as much as we can out, well, the least amount I need to take out to then get rid of the carpet. I'm thinking, because this carpet's already ripped and has holes in it, if I have to cut it in a few places to get it out, it's going to go in the bin anyway, so it's not going to be the end of the world. But basically we're going to remove as little as we can to get it all out. I think I basically have to take the center console out, this area around the shift boot, and maybe a little bit more, but let's see how we go. I kind of knew I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm not surprised. Every single piece of this car I think has been touched before, removed before. Like everything I take out has a broken clip. That, I mean, if it was me breaking it, yeah, fair enough, but I try to be pretty careful. But the previous owner or previous owners, at some point I think have fully gutted this car and pulled it apart. And when they've broken clips, rather than just spend the money to replace it and do it properly, they've either glued things in place where they shouldn't be glued, or just put the bits back and broken. So, like, okay, here's a perfect example. Here, this has two plastic screws that should go together with the screw, and then the piece, the fastener that holds the screw in. One has that, one doesn't. So instead of just getting a 20-cent proper fastener, they've gone, don't worry about it, we're just going to put it in so it won't be in properly. But, well, now that I'm in here now doing it properly, we'll be good to go. We'll replace any bits that are broken, we'll do a proper job, and then yeah, then I know that it'll be good. And it makes sense. I mean, this car does rattle a bit, and I think it just rattles because all the clips are broken. So it'll be nice to have it fully gutted, fully put back together properly, and looking, sounding mint. It'll feel good too. So we'll continue to work away at this and hopefully get this carpet out by the end of the day. But yeah, that's where we're at. And then I don't think we'll get to it today, but this is obviously the headlining for the sunroof. It's cooked. It's mucking it. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll tackle that probably another day. But yeah, we'll continue on with this. Let's do it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about all the broken screws. In the middle of pulling apart the center console here, and went to remove the 2 screws down in this piece. And look, I don't need to, because it's already broken. So, this car has been effed with. Yeah, it's been effed with. Okay, it's starting to get late. We've put in a solid shift into taking apart this interior, and this is basically what we have. So there's the second-hand replacement seats that are in great condition. Again, I mean, yeah, look at these. They're pretty mint. They just need a good clean. But taking a look at the old ones, I always thought that these were blue, but now I've taken them out of the car. That's where the seat belt used to be, and I mean that's black, so these are just super faded. I mean, there you can really see it. So that's one of the reasons why these are going. They're just a bit old, a bit average. So yeah, I mean, you look again. I mean, this would be easy to repair-ish, but there's, you know, the bolsters are pretty worn. You know, the stitching's coming undone, so the new ones will go well there. Moving on to the headliner, you can see this guy is all separating in multiple places. In the back on this part, it's not too bad, but certainly around the edges and things, it definitely needs work. So that'll be, we'll replace that. Speaking of fading, this is the rear parcel shelf. I mean, this used to be black as well, but it is almost white now. But everything else, a part of it, is in good condition. There's no cracks or anything, so we'll just re-dye that guy. Moving on to the door cards. Well, at least these are the rear, for the rear seat. These are pretty, I mean, they're okay condition wise, but the vinyl needs a good clean, and obviously this fabric is fallen away and needs replacing. But if you look at the other side, well, there's your bracket that holds on, so that just basically disintegrated when we took it off, so we need to put that back on so it sits nice and flush. But this piece here is just glued on, so we can push this out and then redo the interior, like the fabric piece of the door card. And you can see that's basically the case on both sides, as long as the actual door cards saying, you know, this fabric is toast. So we're going to replace it all. I think I've got to decide what fabric I'm going to replace it with. I'm thinking this at the moment. So I believe this is off an E30 M3. But yeah, let me know any other ideas you have. Put them down in the comments. I'd love to see them, but this is what I think I'm going to go for at the moment. So we'll basically put that on all the inserts of the door cards. So that piece there, this piece, and then obviously the two on the inside there. And then you've got the C-pillars. Again, fabric's coming off, these are toast, so we'll get them recovered. Managed to start work on the carpet. It's still got rid of most of it, but this is from basically underneath the back seat. That's in good nick, so we'll keep that. But again, the carpet on the interior of the car, and you can see it is a bit of it's pretty yuck in here, but because this carpet is torn over on the driver's side, we're going to totally replace that. But we're just about here, but I'm just running out of time. But basically the carpet is almost ready to come out. Just have to take the throttle pedal out, and then that other side will basically come up, and then that carpet is ready to take out. So whilst we didn't quite finish today, we're almost there. And then becomes the next pass of finding all the replacement bits. So yeah, that's going to be basically us for today's video at least. Next part is going to be getting like replacement fabrics, a lot of replacement trim for all the stuff we found broken today. We're going to need more of the screws and nuts that the previous owner just decided not to put back in, so we'll be sourcing those. But yeah, again, pretty excited. I mean, you just have to look at that. Look at that car sitting there. She's starting to look pretty freaking good. Obviously the exterior is done and she's looking mint. And now it's time just to make the interior look this good. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Look forward to seeing you there.